Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a short tutorial on how to start a cross stitch pattern from the corner of your fabric. Now I'm going to demonstrate how you can start it from the left corner, but you can start from any corner you want. It doesn't matter. You just have to be able to orient your pattern. Like, okay, here's some free patterns that I received when I had placed an order a while ago with Stitches and Things in Michigan. We're going to take this one for example. First off, you need to figure out the size of your pattern and what it's going to be on the fabric. This design area is 33 by 33, so if you're using 14 count fabric, that's a little over 2 inches. 2 inches by 2 inches. 2 inches high by 2 inches wide. For simplicity's sake, we're going to pretend it works out to 2 by 2. Which, by the way, this will be a fantastic cubby finish. Will it not be for my Pottery Barn cubby? But I digress. So, 2 by 2. If you want to have a 3-inch margin around the entire 4 corners of that project, you need to add 3 inches to your 2 by 2. Meaning, 3 plus 2 is 5, 3 plus 2 is 5. That would be 10 inches wide, 10 inches tall. That's the size you need to cut your fabric. Let's pretend that you cut your fabric 10 by 10. So if you wanted to start up in this corner right here, the best tool that I have for accurately measuring 3 inches in is my stitch starter ruler from Blue Ribbon Designs. Now, you could very easily take a tape measure if you don't have this, and I'm going to take a tape measure and I'm going to show you. I have just a very simple tape measure. You would just measure 3 inches in. I'm going to pull that needle out and show you. You would measure 3 inches in. And what I do is I would put my needle there just as a place marker. And then put your ruler right up against the needle. And then 3 inches down is right here. So that's 3 inches in and 3 inches down. That would be your first stitch. And your project would have 3 inches perfect all the way around. Now, you can also, the stitch starter is awesome because out here is 3, then 2, then 1. If you put this right here, this corner right here, is 3 inches in. So you would just put your needle there and that's where you would start. It is very simple and I hope that helped. I told you that would be a pretty short tutorial. Now, one other thing that I would like to show, if you're not starting a pattern that is an exact square like this one, how would you come in? I will show you that in one second. My husband had come home, so I had to talk to him for a minute. So, let's look back at this pattern again. We're going to pretend we're going to stitch this one. Now this one says 41 high by 34 wide. What I usually do when the pattern is not exactly square is I will count, like, I realize that this is okay, so 41 high from here to here, but I will also count these empty squares, which I hope that makes sense in a second. So if you pretend that this square is your stitched piece, let's just say we use the stitch marker and we come 3 inches in. Actually, I'm trying to get that so you can see it. 3 inches in, and I put my needle. That's where the corner should be. The left-hand corner, which would be this square right up here. Now, what I would do is I would count over and down to that first stitch. So if you count over, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares over and 2 down, and then your first stitch is right there. which I would then from this spot, remember that's 3 inches in and 3 inches down, I would count over 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I would count down 2. 1, 2. So that is where I would start. And I would put, that would be that stitch right there. And this would be perfectly in that. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. So that's how I would do it for either a perfectly square pattern or a pattern that is not perfectly square. So I hope this helped, guys. Like I said before, for these little tutorials that may seem really easy to some, even if I help just 1 or 2 people, my purpose and job is done here. Absolutely. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you for watching and subscribing. I can't say that enough. All of my subscribers, all of my watchers, all of my commenters, you don't even know how much I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching and subscribing. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.